Let's talk about lifestyle creep and how it can affect you as a sales rep, specifically a software sales rep, which is what I've been for the last 6 years. Lifestyle creep is the phenomenon that the more money you make, the more money you spend. And if you've been in sales long enough, you probably have gotten some decent commission checks that are super tempting to spend on. Trust me, I've been there, and unfortunately, I've made some of the mistakes of blowing my commission check on stupid things like clothes or nonsense. I mean, there's so many things that I probably have wasted my money on that I wish back in time I could look back and say, I wished I had a forced savings account method. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, is to battle lifestyle creep in software sales. What's really helped me is forced savings account mechanisms. Let me talk about that for a second. A lot of times when you have the money in your account, it's easy to spend. You're not alone, by the way. If that's you, that's me as well. When it's in my account, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have money, I can spend it. So that's why, to prevent that, I have several forced savings account mechanisms that I input into every single paycheck. One of those is contributing to my 401k. This is not financial advice. This is simply just what I do. I'm not going to tell you guys the portfolios or the stocks to pick, nothing like that. But I'm going to tell you my breakdown of how much income I put into my 4 savings accounts. My first is I always max out my 401k. Federal limit for 2025 was $23,500 that you can contribute to your 401k balance without going over. Now, what that does is it forces a savings of $23,500 directly out of your paycheck that you don't have to think about, and this lowers your taxable income. So let's just say you make $100,000. Well, if you take $23,500 off that number, that's actually what you're going to be taxed on. So it's tax-free dollars, lowers your taxable income, and you've now invested $23,500 in a single year. This not only gets rid of the temptation to spend that, but now you're building a nest egg to ideally become a multimillionaire by age 60. Now, it does take a long time, so don't look at it like it's gonna happen in a couple years or even 5-6 years. It's gonna take some time. So that's forced savings mechanism number one, is that money comes out of my account before I even see it. The second forced saving mechanism I have is I have a high interest savings account that is separate from my actual bank account. So immediately when I receive a paycheck, a certain amount goes into that high interest savings account that I cannot touch. So everything in my main account I can spend on. So the high interest savings account has a certain percent. That's a forced saving mechanism that I put it in. The other way that I'll have as a forced saving mechanism is contributing to a stock portfolio or a Roth IRA if your income limit allows for that. I believe the limit is $7,000, and for the past couple of years, I've contributed to my Roth IRA. All of this being said, these are all ways that not only I'm investing for my future, but I'm getting the cash that I have from my sales job, maybe it's from a big commission check, and quickly deploying that into other vehicles, stocks, savings account, 401ks. All of these are ways that I try my best to avoid lifestyle creep, because at the end of the year, my account doesn't have as much maybe as I would like, or at least my mind of a spending mind would like, but my future self thanks me because I've had all these forced saving mechanism accounts that are constantly getting fed on a weekly basis. Lifestyle creep can also be very dangerous and can affect you. And one of the ways that I've also avoided lifestyle creep is by living below my means, specifically on the vehicle that I drive. The vehicle that I drive is a 2015 used Acura. I bought it in cash at CarMax, and I've had it for about 5 years. I love that car. It gets me from A to B. It's clean, reliable, but best of all, I don't have a car payment. Too many sales reps are in the Mercedes AMGs, the whatever, and it looks cool, it looks flashy. I could go out and buy that today if I wanted to. However, I don't, because I don't want to have a car payment. And also, there is something I don't like about coming off as pretentious when I pull up to anywhere in my car. In fact, I can see how people treat me when I pull up my Acura versus if I were to pull up in a brand new Mercedes or something crazy like that. I want to know how people treat me, and I'll stand up and walk tall with confidence, knowing that I've got it. I don't have a car payment. I have nothing to prove. I'm secure in myself, and not coming at anyone who has a super luxurious car, but let it be a small percentage of your income. If it's more than, 20, 25% of your income on a yearly basis, like, what are you doing? You should probably just get a reliable car that's not as expensive. The second way people will fall into lifestyle creep is experiences and going out to eat. I love myself a good experience, but it has to be within budget. Also, when it comes to restaurants, you can quickly find yourself running up a high bill every weekend or maybe even multiple times per week if you're not being careful. A good way to avoid this is just by making meals at home when you can. To be honest with you, I feel better from meals at home anyways. Less seed oils, less salts, less butter, less phantom calories. A lot of restaurants will just pour a bunch of oil on it and pour a bunch of butter, and before you know it, you've just ate way more calories than you actually anticipated. So not that going out to eat is bad. I love going out to eat, and I love taking my family and my loved ones out for dinner or lunch or something like that. But really, lifestyle creep can hit you hard when it comes to going out to eat and luxury experiences. And the third and last way that lifestyle creep could hit you as a software sales rep is your credit card. Yes, your credit card. It's where you think you have more money than you do because, well, there's high limits on it and you don't have to pay it all back. You can just pay minimums. But this again is part of that lifestyle creep that I would like you to avoid. At least I personally have avoided, where you don't have to look at your credit card as something that you can max out, but look at your credit card as a tool to earn passive income. For me, again, not financial advice, but for me, I use my credit cards and I pay them off every single month in full, and I get the points. So I am disciplined enough through years and years of practice to put something on my credit card, pay it off at the end of the month, and be able to reap the benefits of those points that allow me to travel for free or get discounts on hotels, lots of things. Now, a lot of people do not have the discipline to have a credit card, and that's okay. I think it's important to be self-aware. I never would ever do something financially to impress someone that I don't care about. Actually, I don't really care who I impress. I just want to give amazing experiences to my loved ones, my church community, my friends. That's really what it's all about. It's not really even about me. If it were up to me, I would, not live too luxuriously, but I do love giving experiences to my family and loved ones. So again, avoid lifestyle creep if you can. It's going to be tempting the more you make as a software sales rep, but by having those forced saving mechanisms like a 401k, a Roth, a high yield savings account, you can really start to avoid having the temptation to spend the money in the first place, and then also have those abilities to not live too above your means, drive a good car, not a too good of a car, don't buy too much home, buy just enough home, and don't overspend on your credit card, and have a balance rolling month after month, racking up 25, 26% interest. None of this is financial advice. This is just a personal experience of how it looks to avoid lifestyle creep as a software sales account executive. If you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe.